Alrighty, welcome to this week's vlog, and I have finished Dark Corners, yes, right, and apparently this is, I think I already knew this, it's like the second in like a two-part book, but I didn't read the first one, and I don't think you need to, but it's really actually good. I enjoyed it, and it's just like, like how things can get manipulated and misconstrued when you're online, and like you never really know who they are, and you may think that you're doing the right thing, and just that you may think you're making friends, and you take the wrong things out from another thing, and there you be, right? And it's just the dark corners of the internet, like the dark corners of like just like one random thing at like one random place. You just happen to be there, and one thing leads to another, and maybe a murder happens, right? And maybe because of it you are now getting hold of it, or being held up for it, right? And maybe you're gonna die yourself, who knows? But because I am done that, so I would recommend it, maybe a 3 out of a 5 out of 4 Dark Corners. I'm now gonna read What Lies in the Woods, ooh, which is like another like mystery, like whodunit. So yeah, I am about to start that. Yes, thumbs up. All right, till next time, bye. All right, so just like one more thing I wanted to add was that because of like just look at the water damage. Like you can see a couple pages are kind of black there, right? But it's just, the first couple pages here, like the first chunk, they're just super crispy because I spit water on them. So kind of sad about that, but it's still readable. Still liked it, enjoyed it, But now my Dark Corners book has some dark corners. Alright, see ya. Alright, so today's daily Dippit is that in the U.S. that there is more libraries than there are McDonald's. There is 16,776 public libraries in the States, where McDonald's there's 14,156 McDonald's. So that was pretty cool. I don't have a reading update for you because I haven't read. Apparently I did start to read this, and I had another bookmark in there. It was only a chapter, but took out that, that bookmark, and I've now put a new one in. But I did, like, last night, because spur of the moment, last minute thing, I decided that I was going to put in all of these, create all these, like, different video ideas, so that way I could, at some point in time, do all these, like, videos. I don't even know. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do anything with them, right? Well, my plan is to, but, right now, I'm just trying to make sure that I get all my vlogs done, my weekly vlogs, and then add that on as soon as I feel comfortable with, the little free time that I have. I'm like, what is this? And let's do something else with it, But, that being said, right, I will read What Lies in the Woods later on today. And today's a great day because we do have a heat warning. So, I mean, who wants to go outside when they don't have to, right? But anyways, that is it. This is my plan. I will give you an update on the book as soon as I have one. Alright. Yeah. And, did a lot of brainstorming about different kind of vlogs. And if you guys want to see something I haven't already done or talked about or whatever, let me know in the comments down below, because that would be very efficient and something I really like to do. Cool. Alright. Bye. Alright. So I've just finished What Lies in the Woods because I had nothing better to do today. Yes, that's right. I read an entire book in a day, and I still have lots of daylight to do whatever I want with. I would say that I would give it 4 out of 5. 1, because I read it in a day. 2, it was a lot different than what I thought it was going to be, especially seeing how it started out. It's just about this, like, one girl who was attacked when she was kids, that she thought it was this one guy. She finds out, like, 20 years later that he has died of cancer in jail, and she starts to question, she goes back home, and she starts to question, like, did he really could kill her or try to kill her? Was he really a murderer, right? Or attempted murder, like everything about that. And, she ends up going home and finding out lots of different things that she may not have necessarily would have known, right? So yeah, so like it is September 4th, and that is 2 books down, and so that concludes my book of the month club books that I have right now. Of course, I have September's coming, right? So so when I read that, or whenever I am going to read that. So that being said, I now have one of this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books to choose from, or I can choose one of the 4 Jennifer Werner books, or one of the 6 Lisa Jewell books to read from. But I think what I'm going to do is that I think I've decided that I want a quick little easy read, and I'm going to read Wonder, right? Because it is a major motion picture, as the cover thing says, and I am gonna, like watch the movie after I'm done. So I just wanted to recap. In August, I read 5 books, and that was Confessions of a Curious Bookseller by Elizabeth Green, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, Page Boy by Elliot Page, Inkblood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, and Everyone Here Is Lying by Shari Lapina. So yeah, right? So here I go again. I'm probably not gonna, finish or start this book today, just because I want to focus on doing something else other than reading, even though I really enjoy reading. But we'll end up seeing what actually happens. But, yeah, What Lies in the Woods was like actually pretty good, and there's a few twists and turns towards the end, which I'm not going to say, obviously, but read the book. Like, it was very surprising, very easy to read, and just the relationships that happen in it. All right, thumbs up from me. All right, bye. Alright, so today's reading Dippit is that reading makes you a happier person. So last night I finished The Myth of Normal. Now, I didn't read it necessarily word for word, and I didn't read every chapter, but I did finish it. I read the most of it, which I think is great. So because of that, I had read 2 books in one day. But technically I started both the books in another day. But yeah, what I really liked about it, I guess, now that he decoded, the myth that is normal, it's up to you to determine where to go from here. How do you, set up a new norm for yourself, which is what, what I like about it. And it's just, I think it was just kind of a lot of things that I kind of knew about already, but just kind of brought it to more of the surface, where I could think about it a little bit more. And I don't know, I find with sometimes with nonfiction that you kind of already know what they're saying. It is just, sometimes you just need to think about it a little bit harder or more, right? think I gave it a 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. If you're into nonfiction, then this book's for you, right? And it's just reminding that your mind and body are one whole unit, and it's something to consider and to do. But yeah, just to consider the myth of normal. I don't know, what is, because what my normal is different, going to be different from your normal. So yeah, cool. Alright, so now I can return it to the library when I'm there on Thursday. I'm happy that I picked it up and I wasn't just, yeah. Sometimes knowledge is power and you just need to know. And now I do. Alright, bye. Alright, so today's reading Dippit is that people who read more live longer, which is super great, because who doesn't want to live forever, or at least longer? Alright, so I started reading Wonder last night. and it's so super cute. I didn't get read as much as I would like to, but I do think it's like going to be a super cute, quick read, and it's just over 300 pages. So I think that, and it's like, because it's a kid's book, big lettering and everything. So I think I am going to be able to get it done for by the end of the week, which means that, another week where I've read 3 books. Yay! I know that's not realistic and that this is a kid's book, so, but I think, after all the heavy reading that I've done, having like a little kids movie and then ending the week off with, watching the movie afterwards, because it's always nice to compare the book with the movie. And so far, it's just super cute. Like, of course, he's like a child, and I'm not really sure how the wonder is going to get into the title's going to work its way into the show, but I'm sure it will, because life is really full of wonder. But anywho's, that being said, yeah. Oh, and did I say for like a third time the other week, or the other day, I should say, like on Sunday, I spilt another glass of water. Thankfully, it did not get all over the library book, or any book for that matter, but it was still, So now I've had to move my drinking glasses to the other side of the table, just so that way I won't hurt them at all. So that kind of sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do, because it is getting annoying having to clean everything up, right? But yeah. So, well, that is that. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright, so today's reading Dippit is that not being the inability to read can lead to bigger problems. That if you don't learn how to read by the 3rd or 4th grade, you are less likely to graduate high school, which, kind of sucks. Or you should always want to be able to read. I didn't get a chance to read anything of wonder yesterday, but when I was at the library, or like the main bigger library, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna look for this book, this nonfiction book called Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and I'm gonna read it. And then I went to look for it. Of course, it's checked out. It's not going to be back for a while. So then I'm just kind of like, well, being impatient and not wanting to wait. Why should I say no to myself, Right? So I might be looking into buying the ebook for my Kobo, right? So that way I can eat it, or read it, not eat it. Oh my gosh, where's my mind this morning, right? So then that way I can actually read it, digest it more, kind of like read it slowly, So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that, right? But it is something that is out there. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Have you guys read the book Essentialism? Or are you not into that kind of like nonfiction? Are you guys into nonfiction? I don't know, let me know in the comments down below, right? That'd be fantastic, right? But I am hoping to read a little bit more of Wonder, and I'll keep you guys posted if I end up buying it through the Kobo, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's probably gonna rain today, so it'd be like a nice cozy day to stay inside and to read. So if I had the opportunity to stay inside instead of like having to work, that's probably what I would do. It was so great if like my job was to like read books, so then that way if it was a kind of a gloomy day, right, I could stay inside under a blankie and read. That'd be cool, right? But anyways, one day that will be my job. But anyways, we'll read Essentialism, and always check out and support your local library. Always a good thing. Alright. Thank you. Bye. 1 million words can have a huge impact on a child's life. So if you were to read one book a day, every day, until the child goes into kindergarten, they are exposed to over 1 million words, right? Is that ridiculous? Right? And as simple as like doing like a bedtime story, and that can really help their vocabulary, right? But like just to think that could be 1 million words is rather ridiculous, right? So last night I was at the library, and so I didn't really read anything, but I do plan to spend majority of tonight and tomorrow reading Wonder. I mean, like, a part of me is just like, oh, you can finish Wonder tonight, but I know that's not an actual reality, but one can hope. Right, but because I was at the library, I kept like reading all these synopsises of like all these new books, and I didn't end up borrowing one because I knew I wanted to finish Wonder. But still, I mean, I'm going to be there tomorrow morning, so I may end up just borrowing a book, even though I clearly have all these books I need to be reading, and this TBR shelf over there, which needs to be read, but, right? Sometimes you just want to stay current and read whatever, on the express shelf, I don't even know. Like, this is like why I should never like really have a TBR, because I just have never stuck to it, and I've always gotten books from the library. But maybe like that should be my thing, because I've wanted that to be for a while, where I read a book from home and I read a book from the library, so that way I'm constantly getting new books in. I can stay current with what the book sphere is actually saying is current and relevant, and it's not just about getting clicks and people to like your videos and everything, even though which is like fantastic. It's just more about getting people to, or just seeing what new and current authors. It's kind of like with a book of the month, right? Like, I really like what people see, and people like new authors have to do that. Speaking of which, I should check to see if my book of the month is actually shipped or not, because that would be great. But anywho's, right? But it's nice to see what is popular, when it's popular, and to read it and then see if I agree with that popular or unpopular opinion. But anyways, I digress. I need to get boogieing, right? But filled with wonder today. I will finish reading it because I want to watch movies, and I really like movies. All right, bye. All right, so today's daily reading Dippit is the longest book title ever is 3,700 words and 26,000 characters. Whew. If I could even say it on camera, I wouldn't even attempt, because 3,700 words, that's a lot. Alright, so time didn't go away from me yesterday. I honestly was hoping that I would be able to read a majority of Wonder, but I only got in like 2 chapters. So I'm hoping that today, while I'm traveling on the bus and just doing different things, that I will be able to read some of it, because I've now located the movie, and I'm just, I'm really enjoying going to be able to read the book as well as then watching the movie. And I broke down and I bought Essentialism on the Kobo app. So I'm happy that I'm able to do that. I'm excited that I get to read it now. And yeah, right? So like, there's just no excuse for me to be able to do that. And yeah, I don't know. That's like all like that I really have to say. And I'm really, really kind of angry, because, well, I think like the thing that makes me kind of angry is that I am not making as much effort or consistent effort to read, and I feel like I just don't want to depend on one day a week, that being Sunday, to get all my reading done. And like, the point is to get reading every single day, so we're just gonna have to change a few things up and like force myself. You gotta do it. Gotta make habits happen. Alright, so there's that. But anyways, gotta carry on, and I will hopefully check it back in either later this afternoon or this evening to let you know how things are going. But hopefully everything's alright, having the day filled with wonder, and this is a cute little young YA book, so gotta get going. Alright, bye! Alrighty, so a turn of events has happened, including a new book call. So in relation to Wonder, I'm not going to be able to finish it tonight. I know. It's because I get to hang out with friends. I forgot that I had made plans to go to at the rec room with them. So that's what I'm going to do. Definitely hang out with them because, you know, like friends matter. And, you know, I like to keep up relationships with people because, you know, that's fun. So that's what I'm going to go do. But what have I picked up from the bookstore? And that's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sleep by Philip D.K. Dick. Right? Carve the Mark, right, by Veronica Roth, and she wrote the Divergent series. Now, I can't remember if it's this book or not. I know, I mean, but as soon as I start reading it, I'll know, because I know that she wrote a book, and I hated it. But we're going to give this another go if it's that book. Right, Cinder, right, by Marissa Mayer, right. I really like the Cinderella story, so we're gonna see if I like that or not. And the last book, this is a much anticipated book because, you know, I really do like the musical The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. Right, but you know, I never really, because this is really told as a mystery, which is like what it is. So I'm really excited to see or to read it and to, you know, form my own opinions on it. And from what I understand, that you don't really ever find out. Like, it's just if it really is a phantom, or if it's a real person who's like being like a phantom, like, you know what I mean, and that it is slightly different from like the musical. So, ooh, right, and that it is the student high school production at the Grand Theater here. So I might end up, if I like the book, if I read it in time, I end up going seeing the play. But yeah, right, but 4 new books add to my TBR because that's what you do. And I was also looking at the bookstore and I may potentially get some Christy Ritchie, or like the author that wrote the books that the Bones TV show was based off of. I may end up getting those, or I don't know, because I have 2 piles of like books, you know, that are like by the same author, so I might get a whole bunch more books that are by the same author to see if I like them or not, or I don't know. I should stop buying things or getting things just because they're real cheap. You know, consumerism at the best, right? Like, you know, I should probably try to do better things with my time, you know, better things with my money. It's not about the things, it's not about the, you know, items. It's not about stuff. It's just about, you know, living your life and having a good time, you know? I don't know. All about experiences versus wants and needs, right? You know, that, you know, it's just like, yes, like life is a house, but you want other things, right? You're never going to remember what you store your house with at the end of the day. So, I don't know. But, newer books, yay! Alright, bye. Alright, so, today's reading tip is that adults who read for 30 minutes a week are 20% more likely to have a greater life satisfaction. So that is wonderful to know. And yeah, so this is where I'm going to end today's vlog. As you can see, I've changed up my TBR a little bit and things. But generally speaking, this is how it's going to stay. Just as long as I don't pick up more books. Oh, I still haven't finished Wonder, but I plan to do that today. And yeah, that is all I have to say. That is all I'm going to say. I don't know. I'm just really happy with all the books that I have. I guess. And now that I have them, I just need to read them. You know, as the things go. Alright? So, I don't know what else to say. But this is where I'm going to end. I will provide updates on Wonder, and if I can, well, I know it's a long shot for me to be able to finish the book and then like watch the movie, but if that's how the day goes, that's how the day goes. But anyways, yeah. I hope everybody has a great week. I thank you everybody for like tuning in. I mean, I didn't get any crafting done. Like, But I did get some organization done because, it all starts with, like, you need that one thing, but you need to move everything, or, dust, right? So it's been, like, kind of like a busy week, but, that's every week this week. And yeah, but anyways, thumbs up to you, thumbs up to everybody. Hopefully everybody has a great week, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye!